Check, hello, check, check, hello, check. Yo, 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 yo. Coming through now. Cool. Thank you, Tyler. Much appreciated. And thank you to whoever is here.
Shout
All
out
I know is
Tyler.
Tyler. Shout out Tyler. As you all know, whoever's here, Tyler, it could just be you. It's just the three of us tonight. We're dropping a song tonight at midnight. The song's called 1111. Features BJ Allen from Zero Trust. It's a really fantastic song that actually centers around. It was basically we approached. You'll see more of this when we play the interview, but we brought this idea of collaborating up to BJ right around the same time that he was diagnosed with cancer. So that's what the song ended up being about, and we couldn't be more thrilled with how it turned out. He crushed it. The emotion is so real on it. So we're just gonna give it a couple more minutes, let some people trickle in, but really looking forward to unleashing this one to all of you fine folks, and for our own excitement as well. Anybody have any questions for me and Tony while we're here? I will say real quick, Blake is not here because he is currently on tour with a band called Slender Bodies, and he is on stage, I believe, right now. But he'll be in the interview. You'll be able to hear him and see him at least a little bit.
That was gonna be my first question. Where's Blake?
I'll nip that shit in the bud. Thank you guys for showing up, hanging out. Happy Tuesday.
IQ double.
Yeah, I'll just give it maybe 2 more minutes. At 7:05, I'll hit play on this track and unveil this sucker. Have you guys heard of Zero Trust before? Have you guys been listening along? I know it's Travis from Coheed. He plays bass, I believe, in this, even though he plays guitar in Coheed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Good evening to you. I am not asking. Oh, Devin, that's awesome. Yeah, they played, I think, just one show, which was last year, or maybe 2 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, he was
So
saying
that's
they
awesome.
had very limited shows like during
Yeah,
the pre-pandemic, right?
right, somewhere right around there. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh boy, I don't think I can wait till 7:05. I might have to drop it at 7:04, which is right now. Y'all ready? Let's just do it. I'm down if you are.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. Well, without further ado, this song is called 1111, featuring BJ Allen. And yeah, stick around. We'll be playing an interview with BJ right after this. And then we'll play the song again and answer some questions and just hang out for a little bit. Thank you all for being here. Here we go.
How to get out, 'cause they will always remain.
There was. Hell yes, indeed, Devin. Oh man, feels so good to like reveal these things. What's hilarious is that I'm playing this from my computer, but I'm like hooked up to my phone, so I can't actually hear the song. So I just have to go off your guys' reactions, like, "Oh, the screams!" It's like, "Oh yeah, I remember that part."
Dude, it was
Oh.
like sounds like I'm about to cast a spell and journey down the hell and fuck up Ronald Reagan.
That was part of the inspiration for sure.
Shout out Young Stan, man.
Yeah, thank you guys. This feedback's awesome. Love hearing this, and I 100% agree. Blake is always making the best ride beats to heavy
Yeah,
riffs.
yeah.
Oh, Stan, young Stan, thank you, bro. New favorite song so far. That's awesome. Thank you all.
Shout out
Uh,
to I Am Not a Spy.
yeah, and first time viewer, thanks for first time chat from Future Ghost. Thanks for coming in.
Mhm.
Uh, let's see. I wanted to open it up just for a quick question and answer segment, a little Q and A. If anybody has any quick off the top of their head questions, I'll try and get some answers in. Oh, here's one right here. Will it be releasing on Spotify now, or we have to wait some more? Unfortunately, you have to wait about, well, I don't know about your time zone, but until midnight. So if you're Eastern time, just a couple hours, 2 hours from now. West Coast, you might have a little bit longer of a wait. But yeah, it's coming out today, as in tomorrow, as in tonight. So the kind of like midnight release type deal. Um, and it will be available on all major streaming platforms. Feel free to playlist that shit, get it. Tons of love. Hopefully, we can get some attention for this. It's obviously it's a really important cause. We're supporting the organization we are supporting with this one is the Make a Wish Foundation. That was decided upon by us and BJ collectively. He thought that he really appreciates the work they do, specifically targeting those who suffer from cancer. So I couldn't be more proud to be partnering with them for this one. All right, let's see some more questions real quick. When are we getting some Shane screens on a track? We need some of those. Oh, that winky, that side eye face is my answer. Right back to you. Like,
He somebody said, is there a way you can talk into the headphones mic more?
oh yeah, yeah. Thank you. I'll just hold it a little more in my face. I bought these headphones at an airport because my other one's crapped out. So thanks for dealing. This question from Devin: will there be another flexi for this? Yes, absolutely. We plan on doing those for all the tracks. Is the current plan, unless something changes. But they are much easier to make than actual vinyl. They're easier to press, and we also really love. Personally, I'm a huge fan of the fact that each song gets its own physical copy.
Mhm.
It kind of reminds me of like a trading card or something collectible like that.
They look pretty cool, you know.
They do, yeah. The see through, the floppiness. That's a word.
Is there any fun tuning? Oh, funny tuning, or is it just in standard?
Drop D, as fun as it gets. Plenty,
Drop D, baby.
plenty fun. Fun for me, fun for Tony.
Gonna get that tatted, man.
Yeah.
Drop D, baby.
Okay, and then real quick, yeah, I'll answer these and then I'll play this interview we've got with BJ. But what is the future for this project? Will you guys continue to make music with various vocalists? That is the future for this project. Essentially, we do want to highlight a cause with each of our songs, and each song will feature a vocalist that's speaking directly from their experience with that supported cause. So, for example, we have BJ Allen here singing about his experience being diagnosed with cancer. Um, so yeah, that's kind of the long tail. We would love for this to continue, indefinitely. Truthfully, that's how we envision this project going, kind of off into the sunset. Thanks. That's a great question. Another one here. Any plans on getting a vocalist to stick with the band? That's a good follow-up question. I would say as far as like a permanent continual vocalist, there are no plans for that, but we are definitely open to the idea of revisiting work with vocalists if it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Next, yeah, I'll just breeze through these. Shane, didn't you just finish touring? It was a 1 week run. We just did some shows from California out to Texas, ending with So What Fest out in the Dallas Fort Worth area, Arlington. Any plans for an album? That is a great question as well. We currently don't have plans to get together and record the entirety of an album all in one sitting, but we do have plans to collect these songs in a way that can be considered an album. And looking further down the line, I could definitely see this turning into something that requires us to, put together a larger release such as an album. But right now, no. And finally, who wrote the lyrics? B.J. Allen, the man himself, which segues perfectly to the next segment of this little video stream we're doing right now. I'm going to now play this. It's a pre-recorded chat that we did with BJ back before Blake left for tour. This was a little bit ago. And it's not too long, 10 or 15 minutes. Sit back and relax, enjoy this interview, get to know BJ, and oh yeah, very, very brief disclaimer. You'll see me looking around frazzled. In the beginning, Tony wasn't in the chat, and so we were working on getting him added.
You were looking for me, dude.
I was looking around. But yeah, keep the questions coming in the chat, and I'll be happy to keep responding via the chat. So thank you all for being here, and without any more wait time, here comes that interview. If you stick around, we will continue this chat live after the fact, and we will play the song again before we end it. So thank you all, and talk to you soon. Enjoy.
Hey BJ, I'm Blake.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how you doing, man?
Great. I gotta say, it sounds awesome.
Oh, awesome, dude! I'm so glad you dig it.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys dig it too. I mean, we'll get more in depth about it, but after listening to it, I'm like, wow, you can really hear, the tumor in my voice, which is weird. Dude. Yeah, it's a little weird. So,
dude, that's powerful.
yeah.
How have you been doing lately?
I'm great. The
Awesome.
doctors say that, it looks like I beat this.
Dude, yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's fantastic news.
Yeah, thank you. And well, I mean, I got to thank you guys a lot. I mean, the card meant a lot to me.
Oh, dude, it's man. We couldn't believe it honestly when we found out the news from you in the email, and I think it was right around like really the first communications we had together.
Right.
And you were so open and like down to collaborate, and like while you were finding all of this news out, it was just man. It was a lot. Funny. I can imagine.
I usually don't have like a shortage of shit to write about, and I'm like, what do we write? Make the song about, so on and so forth. But the only thing that was on my mind was obviously beating cancer.
Absolutely.
So I thank you for letting me have that release.
Dude, pleasure.
Man, I'm listening to the music, and there's just stuff, so much tasty stuff going on that I'm like, oh, that's like the drum lick, the opening drum lick. Oh, it's just so smooth. It's
Thanks. Thanks, man.
This is about to kick some ass. I love it.
Dude, thanks, man. That's very kind.
I mean, the song fucking crushes, and just to be able to like get it off my chest and say, basically, this isn't the end of my story. This is just a moment of it. So I wanted to be able to get that out.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can hear like it's just your voice is so passionate and has so many levels to it. It was just so much fun to collaborate with you and hear what you did with the track. Like you were the first person to respond to us when we started reaching out to potential collaborators for this first group of songs we've recorded.
Right.
And so, dude, I can't tell you how stoked we were when we heard back, when Will let us know, you were down.
This whole experience, not just making this wonderful song, but like going through cancer and all of that, it fucking sucks. it's like, it's not something that I recommend to anybody, you know. Ironically, with what I got, you know, it could have been prevented with a vaccine had the vaccine had been invented when I was a kid, you know. So right now, you know, it's available for you know, teenage children. So if regardless of how you feel about vaccines, this is one that I suggest people get if you have the opportunity while you're young, because you don't want to go through this shit when you're older, you know.
Absolutely. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, this is actually the first time, like, Zero Trust did a small show right before I was going into surgery, and I mentioned it a little bit on stage, but this is actually the first time I'm really talking about it, you know, to people other than like my immediate circle. So good to get it off.
Well, dude, thank you for sharing it with us and like being open about it. And like we just wanted to say too, like we, you know, we understand the gravity of what you've been going through as much as we can, and
Right.
like anything that you're wanting to share, like we would, you know, we would love for you to share and just speak on, you know, in whatever way you're comfortable with.
One thing, and you know, I actually started writing about this in a few songs that we're developing. One thing I noticed about it is cancer is probably the most woke disease there is, because it could give a fuck whether you're gay, straight, white, black. It doesn't give a fuck. You know, it just doesn't care. There were instances where, you know, I was sitting in the waiting room waiting to get my radiation, and you know, we're all in gowns and so on and so forth, and I'm sitting next to an Asian man and a Hasidic Jew, and you know, a man of Spanish descent. I don't really know where he was from, and we're all practically naked, and we're all just sitting there and vibing out. I wouldn't have had an opportunity to talk to any of these gentlemen if it weren't for cancer. Not that I'm grateful for that, but I am grateful that I got to meet these individuals. But what it made me realize is that, you know, well, one, none of us wanted to be there. Two, it didn't matter who the fuck we were because they got us. And that's the situation that we're all kind of in. Like, we're all in this boat together.
I am curious about sort of how the timeline flowed. Like, when in the course of last year, like from you know, when you found out from your doctor to when we approached you to when the tracking to the surgery, like how far apart was all of that?
I found out a few days after my birthday. Happy birthday. Like, hey, happy birthday, you got cancer, great. And then you guys approached me not too long after that. I was, of course, excited, but I was like, you know, do I talk about this? Like, you know, is this where I go? Or, you know, do I talk about the numerous other things that are plaguing humanity that, you know, that should be spoken about? But, you know, as I just got further and further into it, and, you know, talking with the boys here at the Barrel, which is where I'm at right now, our studio here, realized really the only thing on my mind was that. Mm-hmm. The only thing I could really articulate was, in song version, was how I felt about that. I wasn't necessarily ready to articulate it any other way, at least how I felt about it going into the battle. You know, I started writing the song honestly with almost like a woe is me feeling, like, fuck, honestly, I'm just getting my shit together, really, and this is when it's gonna happen, you know, like, but then I realized it's like, yeah, I'm just one dude, you know, there's plenty of other people who've got way bigger things going on than what I have going on right now. So it's like, I'm lucky enough that I'm surrounded by the experts, and, you know, I live in New York, so they're all here. So and I've got a 90% chance of beating this fucking thing. So what's woe was me about this? So this is now a fight song. This is, you know, like, fuck you, get the fuck out of my body, and then I can move on. If I hadn't tracked it that week, it wouldn't have got tracked. I believe my surgery was the following week. And then, you know, I was down for a year. You know, it was like surgery, and then after surgery, chemo, radiation, and then recovery. You know, wow. I'm getting my voice back now, you know, like, and my skin's starting to come back, so, which is a plus.
I didn't want to interrupt earlier, man, but my name's Tony. Nice to meet you, man.
Bro, bass lines are killer.
Thanks, dude.
everything is it's just smooth, and that's kind of what I wanted to do. Approach like with the harmonies and a lot of the stuff. I wanted it to be, like smooth, for lack of a better way of putting it. And I think collectively we've achieved that.
Yeah, definitely, dude.
At that time, I was listening to a shitload of fucking yacht rock, like non-ironically listening to Christopher Cross and like all of that stuff, just because I needed to be in a mellow headspace. And so that's kind of where some of it, and that and the Isley Brothers, but I'm always listening to the Isley Brothers. So
hell yeah. Along
that. And then real quick, there were parts where I was like, this kind of sounds like Chino. So let's do a little Deftones shit, So R&B, Deftones.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Dude, best friends right now, dude. I swear, man, best friends right now, dude.
What are your thoughts on the harmonies and stuff like that? When you guys first heard it, we like, oh, this fucking guy's out of his mind, or like,
no, dude,
not at all.
To know.
No way.
Yeah, I was blown away with how many layers you put in that, like your musicality shown. It was awesome to hear how, dense you wanted to take it. And obviously we passed it right along to Chris, who mixed it, and he handled that shit because it works from top
great
to
job.
bottom.
Yeah. That it's such great, and he's done a great job on all the songs. Like, really, really top-notch production. And after hearing the other two songs, I'm like, fuck. Like, that's a lot of shoes to fill. Let's hope that I do well. And I'm just glad that it's been received amongst you guys.
We loved it, dude. Yeah. It was so powerful on so many levels.
The people just listening to this, I have my thumbs up. So
you were the person that came to mind for this track, like just from what we've heard of your voice, in Zero Trust, and like it sounded like it was going to be something really cool. And so getting the track back after you recorded your vocals, it was like, oh, this is really, really cool. This is awesome.
That's awesome. That's awesome. When we all heard it here at the studio, because we all just come here and chill out and late at night and just listen to music or vibe out and do whatever. We're all like, this is a cool fucking song. It's a really cool fucking song. And and then we just started immediately. Like we would listen to it and just spitball shit, and then that's how I came up with it. And luckily, both Travis and Evan, who does the majority of the recordings here, they're like, they actually pushed me in the direction of like, you should probably talk about it, because it's really all on your mind. And it's like, so, I got to thank my boys for that, for giving me that push as well. Cause I that was like the straw that broke the camel's back as far as me going that direction.
Killer screams, by the way, dude.
Yes, seriously.
Killed it.
Oh, I'm glad you like that.
Dude, yeah.
It's funny because people say that I have so many different voices. I only hear one, but like, oh wow, you sound like Lane Stanley sometimes, and sometimes you sound like this. And it's like, awesome, great, because they're all influences. So if every once in a while one of them comes out through me, fucking, that's a compliment. I dig it.
Just being able to speak with you and like hear your experience over the past year, 2 years is really powerful and impactful. So thank you for sharing it with us. And
my pleasure.
Thank you for everything you did for the track and the music. It's just it was above and beyond, dude. We're just so grateful for the collaboration.
That makes me feel great, because honestly, I was worried about it, and then I went through my whole thing, and to hear that you loved it, it lifted my spirits. So I really appreciate it.
Absolutely, dude.
From the heart, man. We really do. We've loved working with you on this.
You guys are awesome. Well, let's do it again. And real quick, I want to say thank you to Equal Vision for everything they've done. Really, truly great organization. So, and I get to meet awesome people like yourselves. So I'm grateful for them for giving me the opportunity to spit what's in my head out.
It truly has been an honor, man. Thank you for taking some time and hanging out with us. And again, just thank you for being a part of this track.
Really, I really appreciate it, guys. And like I said, let's do it again.
Right on,
Absolutely.
dude. Hell yeah. Thanks, dude.
Hey man,
have our-
we're grateful for you, man.
Thanks, Tony. Really appreciate it.
Yes,
Seriously.
seriously.
For real.
The man himself,
Yeah, dude. He's such a cool guy, man.
for real.
Dude, what blew my mind too is like the first thing he says is like, you can hear my tumor on the record, and I wasn't around for that, so me watching it just now is like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it makes me listen for it now. I have no idea how to like. I mean, obviously it's his voice. He can decipher the
Yeah.
differences, but like, wow. Powerful.
Super, man. Oops.
Hope you guys liked that. Thanks for writing in. Really, really stoked that you're so interested in this work that we did together. Like you got a little droid going on over there. Well, so I saw a request for lyrics alongside the next playthrough, and I tracked them down. I copied them over, and unless there's any reason from you, Tony, to hold off, I think it's time for to play. Oh, I'll answer this. This is a good question. Just came in. Did you guys name the song, or was BJ a part of that? BJ was the one who actually came up with the song, the title. I mean.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a great title, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really, really, pretty spot on. Couldn't ask for more.
Shout out to Young Stan, man.
Yeah,
I think like that's part of the reason why too. I just we do the interviews too to kind of give you like that insight, because I think it just makes it more special too, in my opinion.
no argument here. Anything else you want to add, Tony, or should I just give the people what they want and play that song?
Drop it, drop it.
Cool.
DJ Shane, man.
Everett. Yeah, hey, thank you guys too. Yeah, we'll stick around just for a minute after we play the song, but not for too long. We're gonna let y'all get back to your lives. But I'll play the song. I'll throw up the lyrics, throw in some questions, and we'll wrap it up after that. Thank you all again. Here we go. 1111 featuring DJ Allen.
This
Comes so soon. It's so quick. Ooh, 10 out of 10 from Young Stan. Thank you.
It's young Stan.
Yeah. I love that one. As soon as it ends, I always want to just play it again.
Gotta hit the repeat button on that one, man.
Right. Oh, thank you, Mia. Thank you, Ward. Thank you, Warlord, Leo. Glad y'all are digging it. So, does anyone have any other questions about this collaboration, about the project, about Tony's mannequin in the background?
Oh man, no comment.
That's for the you design dresses and fashion stuff, right? That's
Exactly.
your project runway setup.
This is our. Honestly, it was our merch mannequin for a long time.
Nice. Well, it seems we've exhausted the chat. Oh, here comes one. Yeah, stay hungry. That's the plan. We want to keep feeding you. Keep coming out with special flavors.
Music
There
videos.
Yeah, so music videos, that's a great question. We want to do more and more with this whole project. We want to, we did a playthrough video that was outdoors with Tony and I for the first track. We did a playthrough for the second track featuring just Blake. We're going to continue that process, and we'll keep, thinking about the potential for, actual music videos down the line as well.
Yeah. It would also be cool if you guys send ideas our ways, man, and like
Please.
we'll do the best we can to, bring those to fruition too, man.
Absolutely. That's a great point.
Mm-hmm.
Young Stan, unfortunately, I can't really tease anything that we're working on right now, but I can say that the one that's in the works right now is my personal favorite.
Uh-oh.
Just keep that in mind. But I have shitty taste, so keep that in mind too.
Young Stan with the eyes.
Yeah, keep an eye out. Well, without keeping you all too long, I feel like unless there's any last minute questions, I know Tony's got a little jamming to do over at his studio right now, so I don't want to keep him either.
It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun.
It has indeed. And yeah, keep the questions coming. Not through the chat, obviously, because we'll be going and we won't visit it again. But on our socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, the regulars. But yeah.
Oh, one more.
Oh, cool.
Question has probably been answered in the past, but what gave you the idea to start this project?
Really good question. To put it as succinctly as possible, the pandemic basically gave us the idea. It was kind of coming on the heels of the Sufferer project that Blake and I were involved with, that Tony toured with. But we wanted to go bigger and do more. And we saw this opportunity, especially where collaboration is concerned, to kind of highlight, specific causes the same way we did with Sufferer, but to go even further and to give each song its own cause. And to, it kind of allows us to spread our wings musically as well, as you'll see with the upcoming tracks. We're going to kind of, explore new territory and, keep it all honed in on, again, the bigger thing for us is to, highlight, these struggles that people go through and ensure that, everybody who is going through something similar has a real tangible piece of music to help them through whatever they're going through. That's really where it came from.
Well said, man.
Thanks. And thank you all for being here. And it really means the world. It's a Tuesday, wherever you are. I hope it's a great one. And we'll be in touch. Keep those eyes peeled. All right.
Drops tonight, guys.
That's right. Yeah. Like an hour and a half, East Coasters. Get ready. And smash that fucking like button. All right. Until next time,
Tag us, bro.
Yeah. Thank you all. Have a good session, Tony.
All right, thanks, man. Have a good night.
You too. Bye, everyone.